What up, Doc? Look at you, you're the first person. First person. How's it going? Look at you. See, you're doing better than Rick. One of the fastest I've seen anyone like pop up. Hope all's well with you, though. What's up? What's up with you? Um, I'm doing all right. I'm just chilling. Getting up on a little bit later than I was planning on doing, but it's all right. We're all good. Things are still happening. It's all good. You know, at least enough to be on here for, at least a few or so hours and whatnot. Be good.
Hey there.
Hi.
Which random people. I use 194 for a piece of fruit, as opposed to you guys being like $3. That's a glitch. Oh, okay. Okay, let me pop in there real quick. There, I'm in there.
Hey, what's up?
It's a bit backwards that multiple students have the world championship in the last election.
I hopped back in there. So if you want, you can hop in there if you want. I did, but yeah, that was. And I noticed. There you are. I say I noticed that you fell asleep. Like I think you fell asleep in here yesterday.
Oh yeah, I did.
That was funny.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Tupac. Oh my god, yeah.
Doesn't impact me.
I stayed up late as I could.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
I stayed up like what 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. No, I think it was like 1 o'clock. Yeah, it was pretty.
That's all right. Yeah. Ava, come on. God, Rick is not in here. God.
Missed your shuttle? Not a
Nah,
problem.
Massies.
Another shuttle will be along shortly.
I don't know. Well, I'm not sure Rick will show up. We'll see.
Less worries.
Praise God.
The shuttle is approaching the station.
You know, especially with it being, you never know with the weekends. Weekends are kind of
Right. Everybody's out. Everybody's
right. Well, it's either everybody's out or they're just, or they'll come through because they're not busy. You know.
Please clear the hatch.
Yeah, sorry, whatever. But him, yesterday I sent him to bed. Go to bed.
Okay.
Literally. Yeah. Yesterday he was getting on my nerve. Take it.
All right.
Taking that much longer. Like, you know what? Go to bed. Go. Get out of here. Yes,
I forgot to grab drinkage, but I should be fine.
Oh God, Tupac. Listen.
No, I'm talking about in the game. Drinkage in the game. Yeah, because in the game you actually need food and water and stuff like that. So if I refer so that switch can be confusing, I know. I guess.
I guess Tupac. Listen. Yay! I'm over here. Oh my God. Today is Saturday night, and I could do riddles all day.
Oh God! Please don't. I'm not a riddles every day sort of man. I'm not like the Riddler man. Like if the Riddler was one of my enemies, I probably would have murked him. Like up in the woods. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like Batman's a saint for like putting up with that shit all the time.
Yesterday, you were on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like once in a while, sure, but like every single day. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just even think about this, like, you know, even like, you know, some of your closest friends. Do you really want to talk to them every single day, or do you like being able to have the option of having a break?
I wouldn't mind talking to my friends every single day.
Oh, see, I need my breaks. I love people. I literally love people, you know. But
Yeah, me too, definitely.
but I like having my breaks too, even from like
Oh yeah.
from everyone, like anyone and everyone. I would need even my soulmate. I
Oh,
would need a break from. You know, I need
oh
some.
yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah, I
mean,
understand.
there are times where I'm going to want my alone time. There are times where I want to, you know, I don't think it's good for people to constantly be around each other all the time. No matter how much you care about a person, we all need our space from each other and have time. And yeah, that's just normal. It's good for it
Oh
because it
yeah.
makes you appreciate the time with them that much more so. Like, how can you appreciate your time with someone if it's all the time? You know what I mean? Like, you can't. Like, you can't really appreciate something if you're doing it all the time. Diesel, Peace, who murked all these people? Who is murking
God.
all these AI?
That's AI.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun, yeah, some people like to get crazy with the NPCs. Oh, is this person?
Funny day. You gonna have fun with it.
I'm curious
Who
about
else?
this guy. Or maybe,
Truth or dare? Ooh, not truth or dare. Up to that. Truth or dare is a dangerous game.
can I keep it? You know, want to know my spicy take? I
What?
really, I don't know if adults playing Truth and Dare is a little weird. It's a little weird, don't you think? When you think about it, like, I mean, past college age people, I should say that. Past college age, I think college, during like a college frat party, that's like the last. I really think people should be doing. That's like the oldest people really should be doing the Truth and Dare, and even by that point, even by that point, like someone has the right to be like, aren't we a little old for this, guys? And be valid, in my opinion.
Right.
I think
Right,
like
right,
Truth and
yeah.
Dare, I think that shit's really like high schooler shit. You know what I mean? Like middle school or high school.
Oh
shit.
yeah. I think some grown ups do play it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a very grown thing to do. I mean, I get it. Then again, a lot of people don't think it's very grown to not have children. You know, like there's a lot of things that I do. Like hell, a lot of people don't think it's grown to play video games. Just
Right.
people have their opinions about what's grown and not grown, which is fine.
Yeah, definitely. If you could
It's just
change
for
one thing
me,
about
I would say this. I would say it's far more immature to play Truth or Dare than to play a video game. Like, like then again, I think that whole almost say like people who say video games are childish are just are are just like fogies or something. I don't even know what to call them. They don't get it. Like they literally just don't understand like the era they're in. They don't understand.
I just feel like I mean, if you're a grown up, if you're playing Truth or Dare, I guess you just playing this for fun. It's like you playing like Uno.
Nah, I think
Uno.
I actually would say it's more childish than that. Uno can at least. There's something about like even some grown-ups are just like, hey, I got some deck of Uno. Let's play a quick one, and you guys can like talk and just be silly and. I don't know. There's just something. I think there's something about. There's just something about Truth or Dare that's like a very uniquely, like middle
You think it's
school. Like that's like a
like
middle
you
school.
think it's like middle school, like college, like kind of
College is
change.
pushing it. College is, I would say, pushing it. I could,
Okay, like,
I
you
could
would say,
permit
like-
it,
like
but I
middle
would still be
school.
looking at those frat people being like, "Really, guys?"
Or would you try to play? Would you just try to play like a Uno game or like a what's another one? Oh my god, what's another game people?
I mean, because it
grown-ups
is
play?
interesting. I guess it is interesting when I think about
I
it.
mean,
Like,
a lot of grown-ups play Uno. Some people play what's the other one? It's another one. I forgot. They play Swiss. They play Ch- I don't know how to play Swiss.
because I guess when you think about it, like one could argue that, like these are just all games, and so if you think one game is not childish, why would you think any other given game is childish? But I think,
Right.
but at the same time, I would well, first of all, I would surmise to you that's definitely not the case, because we definitely, because first of all, we have games with mature ratings just for video games alone. So with
Hey,
video
like-
games
like-
alone, there's a difference. I mean, the difference, you know, in
Oh, yeah,
like,
Monopoly, Scrabble, poker. There.
but like,
All
there's
type
some,
of-
I don't
all
know.
type.
There's something about those games that's still, because they're not.
Keep it
I don't
in.
think they're inherently childish. Most of those games aren't inherently childish. There's something about Truth or Dare that is inherently childish.
What the hell? What the hell is Slip It In? I've never heard of that. That's a card game?
No. I'm trying to make a big point here. My point I'm trying to make is that like Truth or Dare, there's something about it that is a uniquely childish game. Because I think when you think about it, adults don't actually like. What's adults about, like, especially with the truth or the? I mean, especially with depending, I suppose, on the type of daring one would do, but I don't know how you dare in an adult way that's like mature
I
and
would say-
sophisticated. You know what I mean? Like, you really
Right,
can't do
yeah.
dares that are typically very sophisticated. Most of the time, they're going to be kind of sexual, or they're going to be kind of like,
Yeah.
or there's going to be vulgar, or some sort of childish thing, you know, or something. Like, it's going to be nefarious or something like that. Like, you typically can't really
Oh, yeah.
do a dare that's like a mature adult dare.
Yeah.
While
understand.
at the same time, even like, I don't know, Snakes and Ladders, with Uno, any of these random like board games, even video games, like I guess the exception might be like, I mean, there's certain like level of board game video games that if an adult is playing, that's maybe a little weird. It's weirder. Like, okay, let's for example, like if adult, like, you know, if you're with your adult friends and they're like, man, we need to play the fuck out of some Candyland right now. That might be a little like, Candyland? Really? That's the game you're like unironically in love with? Candyland?
I think that's like you playing. I mean, you could play Truth or Dare in different ways. You could play Truth or Dare.
Can you
like
though? Like, how do you play Truth or Dare?
you can.
How do you play Truth or Dare in an adult, mature way?
Well, I would say like some people play Truth or Dare. It's like in a drinking game. It's like
That's childish. That's like a frat thing. That's like how fraternity people party. That's not like how actual mature adult people party. Mature adult people don't be like, oh man, you got dared to drink. Ah! No, that's not mature adults at all. That's frat shit. I mean, am I wrong here? Like,
I think no. Everybody has their opinion.
I'm just saying. I just think there's. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because for me, it's like a lot of people like to. Because some of those same people, though, especially if they have kids, then might look at someone like me and be like, "Oh, you're not a real adult. You play video games. You don't have kids. You live in your parents' bedroom." I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel like in certain ways, I'm probably more of an adult than y'all. Because y'all have such.
I've been an adult. I'm
not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about.
Oh yeah, like we all gotta look at it as like we were kids at one point, you know,
Maybe you guys were.
Exactly. You like, you know what? I was a kid once. You know, like why not? Why not have a little fun? You know what I mean?
I hated being a
Why
kid.
not?
I hated being a kid.
I never hated it.
Oh, I did. There's something about. I just always felt like I'm always. I mean, not to sound cliche. Not to be cliche. Yeah, I didn't really want to rush the responsibility.
I didn't want to rush being an adult.
I didn't want to rush the responsibilities, but
Hell no.
there's something for me. It's like I just always felt like an old soul, and so I just always felt out of place being a kid. I always did. I always felt, and I'm just like, even now, I still feel like I'm still young for myself. Like, there's going to be, I think I might be, I don't know, maybe it's going to be at least a few plus decades, maybe even longer before I'm like, okay, I feel like an old,
Right.
I feel like I'm
That's
actually,
it,
like my body's actually the age of my soul.
Right.
Although by then I'm
That's
probably gonna be like super old and like a son of a bitch. I want to be younger again because I don't want to feel those arthritis or whatever bullshit. Well, hopefully that's not it. I hope I age pretty well. I want to be one of those people that they're like, how old was he? He didn't look that old. He's how? Like what? You know what I mean?
Well, Uno for adults. I mean, most adults play Uno these days. They play Rum, all type of card games. You know, it's like you're saying like, oh, I'm a kid again, but I'm not. It's like,
Why does it keep doing this? Why won't you actually lock on to the thing?
I just feel like, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
Why are you doing these questions, man? Like you're always like doing very. You're trying to like ask questions. I think you're starting to do the thing that Rick does a little bit. You're trying a little too hard. You just gotta let things flow and happen. You know what I mean? Sorry.
God.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just noticing it. Like
Me try. I could.
I'm not saying like I'm not saying try hard. I'm just saying it's a little too much. You gotta let it flow a little bit more natural.
Right there.
Yeah, you gotta let it be a little bit more natural. You know what I mean?
Oh, my bad. Okay, excuse me.
Yeah, like I know, because I get it. You want to keep the conversation going. You want to keep talking, and that's fine. I understand what you're going. So I'm not saying it's a bad. I understand.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
But I don't.
You try harder. I believe you try harder than I do.
Yeah.
I barely even try.
You know, I just mean like letting it flow. Not trying. That's the wrong terminology. I think the right terminology would be letting it flow naturally. Cause you know what I mean? I guess maybe that's part of it. I mean, I don't need a lot of prompts for like starting conversations and stuff like that. Like a lot of people need prompts, and a lot of people need things like, oh, how do you do a conversation? I just don't need that shit. I just talk. Things come to my mind.
At least,
you know what I mean?
At least like politics, about life, about what's going on in the world today. I don't really need props. I just like to ask questions for people to see that take people in mind, see what's going on in their lives.
Right. But you know what I mean, though. Like
yeah.
Like like the riddles thing. Like that's fine. Like, now would I want to do that every single day? Like, time.
Oh no.
I mean, I should say this. It would be one thing to be like, oh, it's riddle time, and it had like a segment, where it was riddles.
Oh, yeah.
Like you had a riddle segment. That would be okay. You know what I mean? Now, if you were to try to do riddles like all fucking stream, I'd go insane.
Oh yeah. I believe it.
So why can't I?
It's okay, folks. It's gonna find something new to do.
Well, it's just about. I just don't like.
Yeah, I understand.
I just don't like the whole. I want real. I just want organic shit. That's what I think. It's not even real or fake because I don't even believe in those distinctions. Everything's real. Everything's fake.
Yeah.
It's just more about like. I just want things to feel organic. That's the word for it.
Yeah.
I want things to feel. I don't want, because there's like how it is. Like there's a lot of shit you can tell is very much scripted, and not even necessarily like they have the lines written out, but just like it's very rehearsed. Or you're going to say something like this, I'm going to say something like that. We're going to do this and that. I don't want all that. I just want organic authenticity. I mean, obviously there's like, TOSs and certain things like that. So yeah, there's certain restrictions, but like, other than that, within reasonable restrictions. But that's context. Context is always going to restrict it in some sense. You know what I mean? like, think of it like, I mean, I don't know, like for me, like when I think about like just the context that, like, like any context, it's restrictive in some way. There is no such thing as an absolute, just like absolute freedom. Yours always has some sort of restrictions that are going on. Which, of course, then brings about, oh, okay, here's a deep question for you. You want to do questions. Here's a deep philosophical question. What's your take on free will? Are you a proponent of free will?
Right. I mean, I feel like I'm an opponent of free will. Definitely.
Okay.
I feel like
So you believe in free will?
Yes, I do. I believe in freedom. Everybody needs their
Well,
everybody needs their freedom.
Well, it's not free will and freedom are technically different. I could, for
Yeah.
example, believe in a deterministic world, but still believe people should have liberty. Now, I might say like, oh, their
Yeah.
liberty is just them playing out like their deterministic, whatever. But like, you could make that theory. Make that argument of like, no, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just like a short dateline.
But you, because yeah, as opposed to determinists and like this idea of that people, yeah, are your every single action has been determined ever since the Big Bang. That's essentially the claim of the Big Bang.
Right.
And that if
Right.
we knew, all the molecules, how they're going to move exactly and all this stuff and interact with each other, in theory, would be actually be able to predict everything perfectly.
Right. It's just like
Person-
a short.
Yeah,
Yeah.
personally, I mean, well, it's interesting because I think it's mostly a Western debate. If I'm forced to put a gun to my head, because I essentially just kind of think it's a little bit of, like, I think it's one of those things that when you actually think about it, you realize it's actually a non-question almost, from my point of view. Because my perspective is that there is only the will. I mean, there is only cosmos. There is only universe, and so questioning whether we have free will or not is the equivalent to asking, does your spleen have free will? That's for me. That's what it would be like, because we are all, like I said, because we are all part of the one.
Yeah. Just like a short dateline.
I'm saying it's funny, like Rick always, like I said, tries to joke about converting, his friend Joel, but I'm like, at this point, I want to be the one converting you people.
Ooh, no, not you people.
I'd be like,
who would he be? Who would he be?
you non-believers.
Who would he try to convert?
I'm not. I think we're trying to quote unquote. It's one thing to try to just persuade someone just because it's like, hey, this is my argument, and I'm gonna persuade you. That's normal, But yeah,
that's like me trying to like literally persuade him to be gay.
right.
Literally.
I know it, right?
Which I probably could, but I'm not trying to damn all right.
Where's Rick? Yeah. It's only a matter
No,
of
not
time.
Rick. He gotta figure that out. He gotta figure that out on his own.
Alright. Well, I will say I did.
Now-
Yeah, like
Now Joe, I probably could persuade the hell out of him, man. I probably the fuck.
that of Christianity.
No, I probably could persuade him to be so gay right now. Probably,
You think so? I don't think his friend is. I don't think he's gay.
Everybody who's straight is not always straight.
Yeah, I personally, like I said,
People portray.
I mean,
I'm straight. But all of a sudden,
yeah, but I don't know. Joel doesn't. He just doesn't. I mean, I'm not gay, so I know you probably technically would have a better gaydar than me as a gay man. That being said,
Well, he don't really talk about nothing. I mean, like that one day
Right.
we had a conversation with. He don't really talk about nothing like nothing
Weird.
sexual.
right.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think Joel is at all. Rick is.
Rick, he talks about people. He talks about some weird shit. About
Well, to be fair, I
Getting
think
now.
technically, no, I would say this
Yeah.
technically. If I had to guess, I think technically Rick is probably more bi. You want to get real technical about it. Like I'm sure he is attracted to women, but
yeah,
maybe not. I don't know. With the way he
I
talks
mean,
about
but
women,
there's that one girl he had in that
right?
in
Like,
that she sounded so young to be her.
Hey.
age.
still female.
Well, I thought she was 19.
She's only
By her picture.
17.
By her picture. By her
17.
picture, she gave me 18 and 19.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. At the
Like, you can
very,
talk about
at the
picture.
very least, like early 20s. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
right.
maybe if you're
Yeah,
like,
right,
oh,
right.
she's
She don't
21.
like-
If you were to show me that
but, like,
picture
when-
and
when
tell me
she
she
look
was,
in that picture,
No.
she don't give me like she give me 18, maybe not even close.
well, no. To be fair, I could believe she was 21. Like she had a, 21. If I was serving at a bar and she gave me an ID and I looked real, I could believe it. Like okay, yeah, you're 21. Like she looks like she could be like very early 20s. Now at the same time, do I agree that she looks like she could also be potentially like 19, 18? Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. She definitely looks like she. I mean, that's what the age.
Yeah. She
That's
don't look-
that's the
she's
thing
not-
though.
she's
Most
not-
most people look like in range. You know what I mean? There's always like an age range. It's never like someone looks like this exact age. There's always like a range. Like oh, you look like you're this range.
But what she taught, she's gonna.
Oh yeah, the way she
Like a
talked
soft-
also definitely made it look like sound like
uh-huh.
very naive. She had a very naive voice
Yeah.
about her, like that. Oh,
Yeah.
and it's also, but it was in that sort of way that reminds me, like, ugh, some guys are just gross. Like you could tell,
Right, so
like,
that's-
some
that's-
dude is
that's what I
just
was
so.
thinking.
I'm like,
I
why are
feel
you
like-
why would you be
what-
into
what
that
she's
unless you're
talking- I was
trying
like,
to
I
exploit
don't
that?
know.
Like that's to me, that's what it is. It's like there's a certain naivete, like a certain naive girl that I'm just like. It's almost like I mean, unless I just find them very sexually attractive, like I just think
Like,
they're,
to
unless
me-
I like
to
there's.
me- To me, it was like, I was like, honey, in my head, I was like, honey, you could do way better than this, sweetie.
Well, it's more. Well, it's just like this is how I think of it. Like when there's that certain naive, it's like it's almost like a turnoff because it's like you're just like almost a child. I almost just want to be like I just want to give you a lecture about like, hey, don't be so naive. Like there's creeps out there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
but
and I
there's a
know
lot of
she's
dudes that
just
just
not
rather exploit that. You know what I mean? That's because a lot of
Oh,
dudes.
she just,
A lot of it's just because
Oh.
dudes are just you're just not socially trained well. We're not trained to be like very socially adept unless you're like a politician. You know what I mean? Like unless you're like straight up a politician or some sort of like
all
diplomat.
right, I don't know. She just give me young age. She gave me so much youngness.
Okay, no, yeah. But yeah, like yeah, I get that, but like it's fine. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like for me, it's the bigger thing. It's just like it did remind me and make me think about like dudes, wanting to date younger girls like that. I'm like, like I get it. Like I get that how people will argue like that maybe it's like it's morally permissible for them to do so. But I'm kind of getting sick of this notion that we can't at least, not really necessarily can't judge them or whatever, but like just be like I just can't be. I may judge them. I don't know. Like I think something like. I think we
some
should.
parents are.
I
Some
think-
some parents feel.
I
some
think we
parents
should
feel like
judge
you
that
could be-
though a little
you could
bit.
be-
Like we should.
You could end up being a pedophile.
I'm not even talking about that. I'll be careful saying that word. But like,
Oh,
no, it's fine right now. But I think there's not normally too bad about it. But like, I know, especially
Oh,
YouTube.
are
YouTube be
you-
very sensitive about that shit.
oh, my bad. Oh, Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. YouTube. This is YouTube purposes only. That's right.
Right, it's not like endorsing
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like yeah. We
But
love YouTube. Yes.
but yeah,
We
but
adore
point being,
you.
but the point being, like, like it's. I don't like. I just don't. It's not even about that. It's just more about, like, even like, let's assume, even in situations where they're both adults, just one very young adult and one not so young adult. That's even to me, even that is just like, we should just like stop pretending like that's just that's just okay. Like, I don't know if it's okay. I really don't. Like, I'm sick of people pretending like it is. Like, I don't know if it is. Like, if someone's old enough, like,
I don't think
especially like
YouTube
20 plus
cares.
years, especially if it's 20 plus years. You know what I mean? Like, if you're 20 plus years age difference, like, why are we like, oh, but they're both adults? Like, I don't fucking care if they're both adults or not. That's not morally, like, how he was, like, morally permissible. Because any person who's 20 years older than someone else that's worth their salt, you're going to have to accumulate some experiences. You're going to be far more adept than someone at 20 years. You should be. If not, then, like, the last thing you should be doing is dating. Like, if you got people 20 years younger than you, just like that much more mature and having their shit together than you, then you need to, like, reevaluate yourself and be like, damn, what? I've been wasting my time. I've not been, like, efficiently getting shit done. You know what I mean, though? Like, I can understand, for example, and I think I'm pretty being lenient here. Like, even 10 years, 10-year difference, whatever. Even 15-year difference, because even I did, like, a 15-year difference.
10-year difference.
Even I've dated someone
But, like,
15 years older than me. Like, so, like, I get it, like, I get it, age differences and blah, 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 but,
even
like,
at my age, even at like 26, like I get hit on people. I get hit on by people who's 20 years old. Literally. At my
well,
age.
see, that's it. See, that's interesting. Like, late 20s, early 20s thing is very interesting because I don't know how to feel. I think that's okay. Yeah, like, late 20s is the last time. Like, you're getting closer and closer to that point where, like, like right now, I would say personally, like, you could date someone like 18 years old, and it's okay. It's fine. Might be a little weird, but it's like,
Yeah, 'cause, like our parents. Sorry, parents be thinking when them.
well, I'm not talking about parents. I'm not talking about parents. Forget parents. That's not even a concern. I'm just talking about, like, the ethics of it,
Oh,
and like,
oh yeah.
the ethics of it, like ethically speaking, like, I don't see why you couldn't, like, an 18-year-old. It's pushing it. That's definitely pushing it
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
definitely pushing it.
But you could do it.
It's
It
like-
would still be weird, but I wouldn't be the
Yeah.
same. But, like, if I dated an 18-year-old, I'm 35, so me dating an 18-year-old, you know how weird that would be.
They would they would. The police would ask you like, okay. Sir.
Well, I mean, they couldn't if they're 18. It's
Right.
legal.
I mean,
It's weird, but
yeah,
it's legal.
Yeah, it's legal. Yes, it is. It's illegal.
It's weird.
Yes, yes, it is. Weird.
Like,
18-year-old dating somebody who's 32 years old. Yeah, that is just a big gap.
well, 35, but yeah.
35, baby. That's a big gap right there, babe. You
But
could be their
legal.
father.
Legal.
Yeah, legal. Yeah, it's still legal, baby, honey. You do it, baby. If it's legal, if it's right, if it's wrong, you do it, okay?
Oh, no, that's not what we're talking
Lovely-
about. That's not what we're
lovely
talking
you
about.
as
That we're
well.
talking about the ethics of it.
Oh. Oh my God.
We're not being laissez-faire about this. We're not being so like, oh, if it's okay, man. Just like, no. Well, that's what we're discussing. Is it okay? You know what I mean? We're putting our robes on. We're putting our robes on, and we're judging.
I imagine believe it's okay.
So,
I know some 18-year-olds are like older people.
yeah, but okay, but does that matter? Here's my counter. So what? That's my counter. So what? So what?
Yeah. No, they know. No.
Like, what does that matter? Why does that matter? Like, just because they like it doesn't mean they should have it. I mean, no
No.
offense, I don't trust really much of what like 18-year-olds are dumb. Can we put that out there first of all? Like 18-year-olds are idiots. They don't know what the fuck they want. They barely know who they are. They don't even understand themselves as individuals. You know what I mean? So like saying like, oh, they want this. Like, who the fuck cares? I want a lot of stuff. Doesn't mean I should. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So like
yeah, I
that
get it.
consideration is that. So that's not even a consideration. It's like they want. Who cares? It's more about is
yeah.
this is this more like morally okay? And it's like nah.
Morally,
no.
I think
An 18-year-old
morally it's okay,
Ah.
but in my mind it's just not okay.
Well, so then it is not okay. So that means it's not
In
okay.
my mind it's like it's okay.
Well, So okay. So how I don't understand what that means then. What do you mean by that then? So you say it's morally okay, but in your head you're like, it's not okay.
right.
I don't understand what that means.
I
So
feel
so
like-
is
I
it
feel
okay
like
or is it not
morally-
okay?
I feel like
I feel like you're just trying
I
to like you
feel-
don't want to be sound judgmental, but I'm just saying too fucking bad.
No,
like be
I'm not judgmental
judgmental, like like be
no,
judgmental, like
at all. I just feel like morally and understanding and getting the concept of this, I feel like it's okay if you wanna date. I feel like it's okay if you wanna date somebody who's older than you, that has matured, who has a mature level. I feel
But
like
why
it's
would such?
okay.
But what does that say about the older person dating that 18-year-old? See, sure, for the
I mean,
younger
I
person,
feel
it's
like-
not. It doesn't
I feel
say
like-
anything
I
bad
feel
about
like-
them.
I feel like
I get
a
that.
person who's dating an older person who's that they're dating somebody who's 18.
Yeah, right.
that
Doesn't that
hasn't-
say
that
something
hasn't-
weird about them?
Yes, it does.
Right.
says-
So
it
like,
says-
so that's why I'm
it says-
saying like
it
it
says a
doesn't
lot
really
about-
matter
it says a lot
what
about,
the
like-
18-year-old wants. Like I don't give a fuck. Like sorry, like just because, because that older person dating you is the fucking weirdo. Because anyone who's willing to
Yeah.
date you is a weirdo. Like that's just
Yeah,
like
yeah. Pedophile.
I mean.
File.
It's interesting because technically not, but like they're definitely. I mean, so like they're definitely like the neighbor.
I mean, like,
they're not there. They're not
definitely
quite
a
there.
creep.
They're not there, but
Yeah,
they're definitely the
like- yeah, but
neighbor.
it's like, I mean,
But also
like,
you
it's
said the
definitely-
word
it's definitely
again.
a creep. It's definitely like a pedophile. Definitely like
Hey,
somebody like,
saying the word again.
okay, my bad.
You gotta learn abbreviation shit. PDF
I feel
out.
like, I feel like YouTube have heard this word before. Like even in
That's
even if
I don't know when you're like that was like back in the heyday. Not
no,
not in
I
a,
feel
not
like,
in quite a few years. I've seen every other YouTuber
God.
always censoring that word. Like they won't even say that word.
yes, yes.
Like even if they put it on text, they'll censor it.
Oh yeah,
So-
definitely.
so,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I didn't put it in text. So sorry. They put nothing in text.
Like in text, they'll even censor the word. You know what I mean? Like they'll change like one of the
Yeah,
letters.
I get it. Yeah.
And that's
yeah,
why I
but-
say that's why half the time I always say PDF file.
Ah, Jesus Christ. There are so many rules and regulations. Like it's just like damn. It's just like what can you say?
I mean, that's why
Jesus.
that's why you get all these other apps though. They try to, like, they'll try to be the freedom app, like Kick and Rumble. Each of them were trying to be the freedom app, where like, oh, you can say and do whatever you want, and blah blah blah. But the problem is, then eventually they become right wing hellholes. So I don't know. I do say, I wouldn't mind making up one my own, and then the premise of it is like reasonable freedom. Like, just like, yes, you can say certain words and blah, blah, blah. Like, we're not going to limit you from saying certain words and blah, blah, blah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd probably be okay with, for example, limiting, like, racial slurs and stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. Like, it definitely would be one of those, like, it would be contextual when why people are saying certain words.
It said we prohibit content, emotion harm, legal activity, hate speech, graphic and violence, and
Yeah.
misinformation. Yeah. especially the policy of nudity and sexual content.
I mean,
Okay,
I
it's
think it's
like hate speech, bullying, harassing. That's a violation, something like that.
right.
Okay.
Like that's. I mean, those are reasonable sort of restrictions. And I think that's what
Yeah,
people
but
forget. It's like there are,
I
you
don't
know.
I don't think like I don't feel like they will ban you. Like I'm not gonna say nothing like hateful.
No, but they get weird about certain words. That's one of them. That's just one of those words.
Um,
Trust me, I've been watching YouTube for years. I've noticed.
oh yeah, me too.
I
Yeah,
noticed that. I noticed that trend. Twitch
yeah.
is a little bit like they're all also a little bit different. You know, with the way they restrict stuff. They're all a
My
little bit
bad
different.
YouTube. So sorry. Yeah, I mean, oh my God. I mean, like,
I mean, you'll be fine.
I guess we could say they're damn it, what's another word?
I was just say PDF files. They're PDF files.
Yeah, pedophiles. Yes,
PDF files. Yeah.
yeah. Is that better? Pedophiles.
PDF file. You're still saying the word.
Pedophile. Oh, my bad. They're the we could say, you know what, we could say they're the peas. Shit. God.
Oh, child. Wow.
It just like to me it's just like damn. It's just like damn.
Well, that's
It's
how I
like,
feel about TikTok
shit.
with its restrictions too. Like you just can't even talk.
I
I get it.
feel like I feel like people on TikTok. I feel they don't said that word before and they don't get banned for it.
No, but they have restrictions. I'm saying everyone got restrictions. Everyone's restricting in some way. You know, YouTube with certain words, with TikTok is certain topics you can't talk about.
I feel like people literally on YouTube have said that word before and not
They
got
used
like
to.
not got really got.
Well, sure. I mean,
Oh, yeah, but-
people have gotten away with all
I
sorts
mean,
of
like in
stuff.
today's time.
Yes.
In today's
But
time,
you also have to
you
remember, just
still-
because some people have gotten away with it doesn't mean others will.
Oh yeah.
Right? So some people get lucky, others don't. Some
Yes.
people get have the book thrown at them, and others,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 I got it. Yeah. That's what.
And knowing
Ah,
I mean, well, I might be lucky. I mean, I could be lucky, and especially since I'm a smaller channel, and they probably won't care.
It seems like I don't know. It's like being like a hate speech type of thing.
Look,
I don't
I don't
feel
know.
like, be
Hey,
like, I mean,
don't
like,
ask.
I feel
Hey,
like you.
that's just the way it
I
be.
feel like there's no other word that you can actually say. It's like you feel like it's like you feel like they're one of those
I mean, that's why I think it does actually. I think it is more of a depends on the context, but I know a lot of content creators do generally they play it safe now, and they just don't even say the word. They'll abbreviate it. They'll, you know, and even if they write it, even if it's like appears on text on the screen, they'll censor it too. Even so, it's just what it is. What it is. Like maybe a lot of them are probably being a little overcautious. Well, you have to understand where they're coming from. I don't blame them for being overcautious. I probably would be too. Like that's kind of generally probably the philosophy I probably would be to some extent. It's difficult. I mean, like I get being a free speech warrior and all, but like at the same time, like free speech, like restriction on speech isn't the issue. It's where the restrictions on the speech are coming from and how they're being
right.
implemented and why
I just don't feel like.
and why they exist.
I mean, I just don't feel like I'm not typing the word. It's just like okay. It's like I'm not typing the word or like I'm not using it like in a sexual way here.
Well, I know. You don't have to argue to me. You gotta argue to YouTube folks. You gotta argue
Yeah,
to YouTube execs.
I'm just saying like I feel like even covering the news they have said this like they said that word. But, boy.
To be fair,
Okay, it's like YouTube ban people for bullying. I know, I've seen that before.
right?
They block you for that, but I never heard people say they blocked you for saying that. No, I can see nudity. Yeah, I can see that. You're like a little situation right there.
I always just
But
feel like a lot of
other
these
than that-
websites need to just have categories for stuff, and so they just need to. So
other
that
than
way,
like, I feel like long as you're not using that word in a sexual way, you should get. I feel like you should get a free pass. Yeah, YouTube. I feel like you get a free pass. Literally. Saying now. Saying. I mean, unless you're gonna say like he's a sniff or something.
BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. Almost feel sorry for Drake. I kind of do feel sorry for Drake.
Who?
Drake. Just his own
Oh, yeah.
situation. That poor man.
No,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan, so like, you know, good for him. And I'm not even, you know, it's just, man, sucks to be Drake. Sucks to be going through that shit. Especially if it's not true. If it is true, then good. There's some karma in the world, and Drake's getting what he deserves.
I don't know. I mean, like,
If
a lot of people.
if it's
a lot
not
of people,
true,
A lot of people keep saying that Drake is gay. I just don't. I don't see it.
I don't say no.
Yeah.
No, I think the whole issue is that he's into women that are a little too young. I think that's more the issue.
But people keep saying that he's gay. He's gay.
No, he's definitely not gay. He's into too young of girls. And not even like, you know, I don't even say necessarily children, girls. Just like, once again, he's the perfect example of that. Like, he's one of those dudes that's like, hey, Drake, date some older women. Date some women in their 40s, you fucking weirdo. No one would be judging him and his taste for all women in their 40s. No one would be like, hey, Drake, what the fuck's wrong with you? They'd just be like, damn, Drake, look at you dating women in their 40s. He knows what's up. And because he would be able to say, like, and when they ask him, hey, why are you dating women in their 40s? He'd be able to look at him and be like, you know why. He'd be like, you know why. You know. Do I need to explain myself? Like, that's what I would say. I would totally do that. Be like, when they ask me, like, hey, man, why are you dating women in their 40s and stuff? Like, you're like, you know why. You know why. Because fine women are like fine wine, and they age finely. You know, you don't want a banana that's too ripe, that's too green. You don't want that shit. You want a banana that's, you know, perfectly ripe. And women are like the same way. And that's what's wrong with these dudes. They just want women that are too young. They want, like, essentially borderline children. You know what I mean? I want someone that's grown. I want someone that's, you know, not just recently out of puberty. You know what I mean? Like, I want a bit of a gap there. I want a little bit of a gap there, a little bit of a buffer there between, like, their times of being as a child and now. You know, like, I don't want it to have been the case. It was like just yesterday they were like a kid.
What's your age limit? Like, what's your age limit? What's your age limit that you would stop at of dating?
Younger or older?
Older.
I think the oldest I've dated was someone like 15 years older than me, 16 years older, somewhere around there. So about that. That's probably about my limit. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I'm on my somebody in their 30s, maybe like 40.
30, 40-year difference?
Yeah.
So you would date someone 30 to 40 years older than you?
Yeah.
You don't think it'd be weird the fact you would not keep
like,
would you not constantly be thinking like, oh, this person's old enough to be my parent? You wouldn't constantly just be thinking that? I would.
I mean, I would, but I feel like people my age, I don't know, people my age, I don't know, they be playing a lot of games.
Okay, but that doesn't mean you want to date someone 30 to 40 years older than you, you fucking weirdo. Like, Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, like think about what you're implying. Like, actually think. Use your brain here and think about what you're trying to imply here. Like, you really think that's really what the answer? 30 to 40? No, that person can't. You can't relate to that person. They're going through a whole other thing in life. You know, that person should be so much immensely wiser than you that you're not dateable to them. That's what I'm getting at. Like, it shouldn't even be like, oh man, you know, it should be more of a like, you shouldn't even want to date someone like that, or not you. The older person shouldn't even want to date someone your age, like someone that, because they're just like, I'm above the fray. Like, I'm too old for this. I've been through this shit. That's, you know, and so like any older person that was like, yeah, I know I'll date this person 30 years younger than me. It's like, what the fuck? That's a child to you. Like, why are we pretending like that's not?
I'm able to say they're a child. That boy.
Well, yeah, they are. By relation, by comparison, yes, that person is a child. That person is, you know, young enough to be their child.
I feel like I'm a grown adult.
Right, but the fact of the matter is, so it doesn't matter though. Like, you're still, like, if someone 30 years older than you is dating you, they're an adult by comparison. Like, that's the thing. I think we forget that adulthood isn't just an on or off switch. That's like one of the biggest things I think we need to grapple, or in the West, I should say, we need to grapple with. It's like, adulthood isn't just this magic switch that's like, oh, it's on, you're an adult now. It's a gradual thing. It's a very gradual thing.
Yeah, definitely.
And in fact, the more like science comes along on this, the more we're finding out just how gradual it is. You have to remember, it was just 100 years ago that we thought teenagers were adults. And we didn't even have the concept of a teenager until like 100 years ago. Now we have the concept of the teenager, and we understand, like, now a teenager can't date an adult. Although back in the day, people would make those same arguments for the same exact reason you're saying.
Exactly.
And so,
I'm a grown adult. I'm very true for my age. And you find
can I be honest though?
You find some.
But you're 26. You're literally barely an adult.
They act my age.
You have to understand that. Like, literally, biologically speaking, you're barely an adult. Like, your brain has just formed. Just mostly. Like, it's just, like, as of last year, the past couple years ago, that's your brain just finally formally formed. So you're a fresh adult. You know what I mean? Like, biologically speaking, you're a fresh adult. So now think about a person that's 30 years older than you dating you, who's not a fresh adult. They've been an adult longer than you've been alive. You know what I mean? Like, when you actually put it into what it actually represents, yeah, that's fucking weird. It's not cool. It's not even kosher. It's like, because like I said, that person should just have so much more put together in their life than dating a 26-year-old. Be like, no, that's like my grandchild. They should be like instantly like, you know, fathering you or whatever. Like, that's to me, you know, like I said, it's not like those mean I don't have a range. Like, I got range, you know, like 15 years, you know, one way at least, you know. Like I said, like, it's, you know, my rule is they're not old enough to be your child, or young enough to be your child, or old enough to be your parent, you're good. You're good. Some people are even more restrictive, mind you. Like, some people are like, oh man, like 5 years and that's it. You know what I mean? They're like, so like, I feel like by comparison, I'm being pretty loosey-goosey by comparison with age ranges. Like, I don't know. Sick of people. I think that's what
I'm
we're
just-
going.
I'm
I
just-
think. I think we're going to
I'm
be going.
just-
I think we're going to be going through a thing soon as a species. We're going to realize there's a whole other age category that we're missing. That we're not realizing is there.
There literally is people. I don't see what's like. I could see if you're like maybe like 18, 19, dating somebody who's 30 years old. But if you're like 26 going on like 27, 28.
What's
like,
up,
listen,
MC?
bitch.
How's it going, MC? With the dancing
it's just like-
dinosaurs.
Then it's just like listen, motherfucker, listen. Then people my age is honey, they're not even half of them bastards not even mature for their age.
So
And half an adult, literally, you find some adults who at my age, half of adults don't even halfway there. Like, come on, yo. Listen. I mean, I'm a grown ass adult over here. My childhood days are over. I've been here 26 years, babe. It's going on 27. I'm close to 30. I'm at that mark. Literally. You see how funny? You see how close that mark is?
I mean,
It's like, you just think about it. It's like right, it is knocking at your door. 30 mark. It's so close.
it's weird because in some ways I feel the youngest I've ever felt, and in some ways I do feel like the oldest I've ever felt. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
just
so,
feel
so
like-
I get it.
I
Some
just
of
feel like
it.
a person my age dating somebody old. I feel like dating somebody older. I feel like they know.
I
what
think
they
you're
want
just.
in
I
life.
think you're not. You're not. See, you're thinking of it from your point of view. I'm saying it from their point of view.
Oh,
You know what I
well,
mean?
I'm
From
saying-
their
I'm saying-
point of view, that's fucking weird.
Mhm.
You don't think so?
Maybe-
don't see
maybe
the
it's
weirdness
fucking
of that?
weird. Yeah, maybe it is fucking weird.
It's fucking weird. Like
It's
dating someone
interesting.
that much younger than you. Like, it's from their perspective. It's fucking like, yeah, from the younger person's perspective, wanting to date someone older, that's not weird. I was that person.
No, hell no.
I
That's
get it.
weird.
That's not weird at all. I get it from there. I've been that person, so
Oh.
I can't judge. I get
Weird.
it.
I
Well,
mean,
from
like
the-
anybody's perspective, I don't think it's weird. I mean, like,
No, it's
why you
definitely
let
weirder
people
from the
come-
older. Why? Like, I don't get it. Like, okay, so you're an older person, then you're trying to date someone that's like 26. You've been alive, you know, maybe like for 50 years. Like, think about all the experiences you went through before that person was even born.
That's like me. That's like me. 50 years. Like let's say I was like 30 something.
Okay, so me, you're like my age.
It's about like 50, 40 years old right there. Look.
No, it's not because like a 50.
Me like to be like two parts, like 35 to 40. You just somebody at that dating range right there. So, okay.
No, you? Wait. So wait. I'm sorry. I'm confused. So you?
But let's say
No,
I'm 35.
Okay. No. I'm sorry.
And I was-
Okay.
and I
No.
was
So
saying
okay. No. What's the
like-
age? Just say the
like-
numbers. Say the numbers.
like
What are the
that.
numbers? Age? 35. What?
No, and I said if I was like 35 years old,
Okay. So my
I
age.
was dating
35.
somebody who, yeah, if I was like your age, 35, trying to date somebody who's like 40, maybe like 45 ish.
That's not weird at all.
Exactly.
But
So,
no.
like,
but
people
but
say,
no.
like,
But
26 and like you think about this. It's like what 1, 2, 3, 4. Or not even like 27, 28, 29, 30. Like 3 years apart.
what are you talking? No, okay,
3
okay,
years
but
apart
okay,
from
but
my
that's
age
not
to
how
their-
that works. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Just
No, I
because
think
it's well okay for one age, and then it's like, but that's the point though. It's like at some point it's just not okay. You know what I mean? Like it's just now. Here's the thing. I've dated someone like I was 26. I dated someone when they were 41. I mean, is it bad? Is it like bad? No. I mean, I'll say this. I think it does. I think it helps, depending on which gender. I think it does. I think it helps. Like I say, I think it's ideally, if you are going to have such a wide age range, I think it's better for the woman to be the older one. there's something about older men, especially like with younger girls. No,
I get it.
like they can't be trusted with that shit. They can't be trusted with that shit.
I-
There's something about older women. Like, and I'm saying this, there's going to be exceptions to these rules. Obviously, there's going to be some exceptions to these rules, though less so with the men than the women. Like, there's definitely going to be some older women that you shouldn't date. I guess, but like I said, I don't know. Older men, I think, are just less trustworthy in general. I don't trust an old man. There's a reason why they're with the Bears. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Me too.
That being said, like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, like I said, older women in general, like, I mean, they can be predatory and stuff like that, for sure.
Yeah.
And even arguably the one I was dating kind of was, but like, there's just a less of a power dynamic issue. Because with older men too, like there's there's the whole patriarchy thing, and a lot of times when you're an older man, you're gonna probably be potentially more likely to be in a position of power, and especially if you're in a position of power with a woman. I mean, obviously, older women can also. I mean, obviously, this power dynamics can exist. It's an older woman as well. But I just think if you're gonna have those older, like that much of an age range, it's slightly better. Probably not much, but slightly better for it to be an older woman than a younger guy. But then again, I could also admit that could be just my bias. That could be just entirely my bias.
We get it.
I just don't think it's as simple as like, oh, these are all people are adults and blah blah blah. Like, but what even is an adult? Like, we really don't have a good grasp on that. I don't think have nearly as good of a grasp as we think we do on like what is an adult.
Yeah.
And that's terrifying. And I get it, because as a society, that's very terrifying.
Yes, it is.
I mean, now, I don't think it means we all should now get to go out and be a bunch of like PDF files. I mean, quite on the contrary. I think it's more like, if anything, we gotta be more picky. I mean, we were like all these people we thought were young adults, we gotta look at and be like, maybe not. Like, it shouldn't just be a joke, when Leo, keeps dating these, girls like this certain age, but he keeps getting older. Like, we should be like more as a society, be like, hey, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? Question their maturity. Like, that's what you gotta do. You should question their maturity. I think it's reasonable to question someone's maturity. Like, why do you want to date someone so much younger than you? Like, are you just not mature enough to date someone your own age? That's always my first question when someone, like, an older person's dating such a younger person, is a maturity question. Maybe I'm wrong, Maybe especially as I get older, I don't know. Maybe my soulmate hasn't even been born yet, and type shit. You know what I mean? Like, with my luck, that would be the case. Ugh, I don't want that. Ugh. I'd rather be single. I think I'd rather just be single. I'd rather just be single at that point. Oh God, I have to deal with someone that much younger. I look at just a child. It feels like babysitting. And I guess some young people are the exceptions, sure. But I can allow for those. All right, like I get it. Like now I think about it, if the young person is one of those exceptional, like very old soul types, fine. But that's the exception. You know what I mean? That person better be very much like you better be able to. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be able to show, like, hey, this motherfucker, this person I'm with, yeah, they're younger, but they're, like, a wise, mature individual. Like, some dude is, like, with some, like, dudes with, some, like, Instagram model type chick. And there's, like, 20 years difference. It's like one of those things, like, man, she better have more than just looks, or else I'm just gonna judge you, man. Like, she doesn't have some maturity, some wisdom, if like she's wise too, then I'm like, okay, I get you, dude. You're good. A wise young person that's like, and I'm not talking about like, oh, they're just a little wise. I'm talking about like, holy shit, when you talk to this person, they're like, you're wise beyond your years. Like a deep, deep wisdom where you're just like, holy shit, you've like this soul's been around for a minute. Oh, he disappeared. Getting close though. Getting close to getting full. Actually, I might even just after this take it to the planet anyways. Idiot. check all these pieces. Make sure I got all the stuff off of them. Make sure what that did. And yep, look, let's double check. Almost did a whoopsie. Got it. I need to get my guy playing it anyways. They go that there's well actually not really. Still got 36, but still. Definitely gonna be one of those situations where they should get my guy should get drink. I'm playing it. Sunset. Or sunrise, I don't know. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hey, honey, is Veruca down there?
What?
Is Veruca down there?
She was earlier. I don't know where she is.
I just want you to go out to the garage.
Well. Well, if you're back.
I never had her.
You disappearing and reappearing all willy nilly.
I know, right? Yeah. You know, that's how I'm supposed to be. A magician. You know, you reappear out of nowhere. It's not reappearing. You gotta appear out of nowhere, you know, thin air.
Well, I'm just glad I didn't say anything. I mean, for a moment, I was like, did I say anything to upset him? But I'm like, I don't think I did. So I was just assuming you just kind of left it because you had to do something real quick.
Oh no. I was still here.
Okay,
No. Get over here.
that's fine.
I don't get offended.
That's why. I mean, that's why I know. That's why I was like. That's why I was confused.
Oh yeah, I mean, I used to get.
You know what I mean? Like,
offended.
yeah, I mean, like that's. I know you. You're not that easily. Or even when you are offended, it takes more than just being offended one time and one way to get rid of you.
Right. It does. I mean, I don't get.
It's going to take a lot.
Like I stopped letting things offend me at that point. You know,
Right.
I had to realize a lot to stop letting things get to me. What people really say.
Right.
That's what I learned.
Right.
I'm
It's
not-
definitely. It's one thing to say like to be like, hey, what you said is wrong, but yeah, it's another thing to be like, I don't know, to take it in such a way where like I'm going to be angry and I'm going to be upset, and it's like, well,
Right.
anger, like the anger, like what's that going to do for you? I mean, because even righteous anger still even has consequences. Even if you were angry for what can be deemed for the quote unquote the right reasons, like righteous anger still has consequences into it. Like anger, whether it is righteous or not, has consequences to it.
That's our Breaktopia. He had anger issues.
Dude, yes. Yeah, he does.
He had anger management. He was like me, getting offended. That's how I was.
What is probably, especially probably before you came out of the closet, probably when you were in the closet, right? Like that's probably how you were acting.
No, not really. Even though I was in the closet still, I wouldn't. I mean, like,
You're like,
I mean, like,
damn.
he would like,
Damn,
like,
you'd be
like,
even
like,
more
he's
angry.
like me now. Like, he let things get under his skin. That's a
That's
problem.
true.
Him, he gets very easy to get offended.
Well, I think part of it's
So, like,
because he's just
so
very
the sh-
insecure.
Shoes on the